Everybody loves comedians. We love listening to them. We love their jokes. We love what they say. But all comedians also have a serious side to them, and this is true for Jon Stewart also. Uh, Everybody was affected by 9/11 in some sort of way, whether it was a personal tragedy in your life, you might have lost a loved one, a friend or family, or whether your parents just feared for your life and life in America as we thought we were endangered. Jon Stewart is someone who has pushed for the 9/11 bill, and I believe he deserves more credit than what he's received. And that is why I believe Jon Stewart is an American hero, and he deserves more credit for what he's done. First, I will start off with talking about who Jon Stewart is, and his roots. Jon Stewart was born in New York on November 28th, 1962. He was born. His parents, at the age of 11, got a divorce, and he changed his name from Jon Stewart, some sort of German Lesbizak, to just Jon Stewart because he wasn't really he didn't have a good relationship with his father, and this led to him going on into high school. And in high school, he was bullied for being a Jew, anti-Semitic. So I believe this really shaped who he was and how why he fights for people who may not be able to fight for themselves. And then he would go on to college at William and Mary, played soccer there, and after that he would have a few odd jobs, but it wouldn't be until a couple years later that he decided to try out at comedy because he was known as a funny guy in high school, and and then he would go on to join a comedy club, and after a couple years he'd get a shot to replace David Letterman, and after that didn't work out, he's able to create his own TV show on MTV, and that went on for about 2 years. And after that show, he got together with David Letterman, did a couple different gigs, and was supposed to replace David Letterman, but that didn't work out yet again. But he was eventually. This is where he got his big break as he started his show on The Daily Show, and this is where he would first talk about what 9/11 meant to him. And now I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the bill he's fighting for. And in 2001, late 2001, this bill finally passed. The bill was to help victims whose, whether it was their family or the first responders, and just help them recover. And this bill lasted to 2004, like it was supposed to, and then and then in 2010, uh, political politicians went on to fight for this bill to pass for people, first responders who breathed in some of the toxins at the crash site. This would last until 2015, and then it would be renewed until 2020. And now, I can proudly say, a couple weeks ago, that a new bill has passed that will last until, I believe, 2090, and it is supposed to help support these victims. And it wouldn't have happened without Jon Stewart. So first, September 20th, 2001, the first show on The Daily Show since the tragic accident. And the first 9 minutes was just Jon Stewart talking about what happened and how it personally affected him and how he could see the World Trade Center from his apartment window. He would then go on to do another show in 2005 just solely focused on the bill, and some credit him for being turning of the tide within the politicians. And in 2019, he decided to do a news blitz where he would go on a bunch of different media centers and just talk about it. And he also did this speech about a month ago, and it was really touching, and it was great to see how much how much it really meant to him. He would then go on to be at the meeting where they talked about the bill and called out some subcommittees people for not being there, and the bill house passed the Congress pretty well. So, Jon Stewart is an American patriot. He is a man that has made his life in comedy, but has also changed lives with the 9/11 bill. And I just believe we should look more. I believe we should enjoy the comedians, but we should also look what's their passion and what makes them go. And Jon Stewart's passion is just one of a kind.